You know, this bill, the president may only act if the Secretary of State allows him to act. And that is backwards. The Secretary of State should not be authorized in statute to tell the president, the Secretary of State's boss, that the president may act. It's antithetical to the executive powers as set forth in the United States Constitution. Let me say that again. H.R. 1333 gives the authority to initiate a suspension of entry not to the president, but to the Secretary of State in consultation with the Secretary of Homeland Security. But it is the president in whom all executive power vests who should determine whether to suspend entry, and not just in consultation with the permission with State and Homeland Security. And while we're discussing this, we have a crisis on our border, a crisis created by this president. For months, he refused to acknowledge the crisis. When he accidentally slipped to say it was a crisis, we were later told he really didn't mean it was a crisis. Well, here's the deal. You're housing illegal aliens in hotels. That's the kind of crisis this has become. And the situation is so bad that Biden administration has reopened and expanded facilities to house illegal aliens who've surged across the borders. President Biden inherited a secure border and policies that were working, and instead has created an inhumane border crisis. If he wants to solve the crisis, he needs to finish construction of the wall, reinstate the migrant protection protocols, reinstate the asylum cooperative agreements with Honduras, Guatemala, and Salvador, remove the other incentives to come, like $1,400 from the COVID package that was just recently passed. And you know what? He can bring it under control, but the best way to bring it under control is to move immigration judges to the southern border to deal with asylum cases that are occurring today. Not the backlog. Those people are already in here. Deal with those cases today. This bill, getting back to this bill, is representative of an executive branch that's willing to give over and cede presidential authority to cabinet members instead of the president himself. This bill should not be passed. It should not even be considered. I'll yield back.